Hi, how are y'all? Sound check. Hello, Dannon and Panna and Karen and Faye Teeter. Oh, and Girl Life is asking, what the fuck is this? Or what the hell is this? Well, this little podcast I do, Girl Life. Hello, Simon Whittinger. Dannon says it sounds great. Hi, Tori. How are you, man? Clarissa Hendershot, J. Dot, Micro Farmer, and Mazin, of course. Good, you're not late today, Mazin. Hello, Mr. Dorian Mabry or Dorian. I don't know. Miss. I'm not even sure. That's a name that can go either way. Sorry. Sharon Holloway. Good morning. Sharon's all the way into July 23rd right now. Down under. Everything is upside down and kangaroos still don't fall off the planet. Brenda Brown. Hello. Hello, Sienna Price. Mr. Luke Walker. Like my shirt. Well, thanks. I got this at the. I don't even know the name of that place. It's I've talked about it before. I've only been there once. They sell designer stuff for the kind of like an outlet. Good day, mate. Y'all are funny. Tahaja Ahmad. Hey, Caleb. How is everything? It is going well. I can't really complain. Guess who I've not heard from today, though? I'll give y'all one guess after yesterday's broadcast. Yesterday was probably for the time slot amount allotted, it's probably the most viewed podcast I've done since I started this about 6 weeks ago-ish. And guess who I've still not heard from? Shocker. Drum roll, please. That would be correct, Tori. I've still not heard from Mr. Gavin Norris. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised because that's kind of the theme. I don't hear from my own lawyer. 5 years and 1 day now. I've been super hot today. Had a little bit of cloud cover, but nothing great. But no, I've still not heard from Mr. Gavin. I watched him today. Mr. Gavin was performing and doing his work as he usually does in Judge Billingsley's court. I saw him on the Zoom public forum that Judge Billingsley puts out on Facebook. But no, hadn't heard from him. Kevin Morrow, my question, why seems a bit much for law to go this long? Not quite sure I completely understand it. As far as why is it taking so long to get my file updated? I don't know. I wished I did. Martin Automotive, how's Parker been? Parker's great. Parker's a grown man and he trains horses. He's a professional horse trainer. There's no such thing as a horse that's wild enough that young man can't do something with. If he can't tame them, it can't be tamed. They usually send them to the glue factory after that. Hannah, do you still have your ex-wife, the tool? Oh, damn, Hannah, you've like seen pretty much every video I've ever made. Actually, no, I gave it to Parker when I gave him my truck. What he's referring to is I've got a video I made about, well, it was right after I had Blaine for about 6 months and my bank account got seized by the Attorney General of Texas, deadbeat Ken Paxton. And what they want to do is they want you to feel like you're a deadbeat. They treat you like a deadbeat. I'd already won custody by 6 months earlier, and they stole my bank account anyways because Gavin Norris won't fix it, won't get it fixed. And I was going through my work truck and I was pulling out some tools and I had this impact. It's a Milwaukee half-inch drive impact. And the first day I got it, I put my 15/16 wobble socket on there and hammered on some really tight bolts, and it broke the wobble socket. And it shot off parts everywhere, and I just kind of laughed. And they're like, the guys that hadn't seen that thing before, like, damn, that thing will fuck some shit up. I said, yeah, I know. That's why I call it my ex-wife. So it got to be a running joke around the shop when I'd be working out in the field. Hey, Caleb, can I borrow your ex-wife? Yep, but I want it back. Be sure and wipe all the oil off after you've torn shit up for you too. Dan, can he face penalties for ghosting you? I would imagine so. That's a good question, Dan. Obviously, again, I'm not a lawyer, but when you sign on as for a lawyer to represent you, like Dr. Graham was talking the other day, and again, I don't remember the exact words, they have to represent the absolute best interest of you and nobody else. I would think that he kind of screwed that one. So I would imagine there's some kind of penalties. Again, part of my reasoning for doing this is just to point out how absurd family court is. These people trying to pass this new child support for fetuses support, and weirdly enough, it's from Republicans. They want to start making it for a woman as soon as she has the orgasm with the dude and he injects his load, that she can from that moment on she can start collecting money from him. I mean, the lawyer bills are already big enough. Gee, many Christmas. Can you imagine how atrocious it's going to be once that happens? Kevin Morrow, he is a piece of shit. He's going to run for office. Watch. Who's that? Deadbeat Paxton? Run for office. Oh, Gavin? Shit, I don't know. Luke Walker, I haven't seen my brother in 3 years, Caleb, because he's in the military. Yeah, that's kind of sucks, because that's kind of what you sign on for. That's why I wish there weren't so many of these wars going on, so we could quit making so many of these soldiers where they are abandoning their families like that. I don't know if they've got good intentions, and I'm not even going to go there right now, but it's a common thread, and it happens a lot. And I know a lot of guys have gone overseas to serve the country and come back to nothing. Some of the stories out there are just horrendous, what their wives do while they're gone. It is terrible. What's up, Pepe? Glad to see you're here, man. Micro Farmer. Brother, I watched the Parker video, and some women just can't understand how much a father to be in their sons' lives. It sometimes makes things much better. Yeah. But some women do get it. A lot of mothers actually do want their their kids' father involved in their life. Unfortunately, it seems that so many other deadbeat mothers are stealing the spotlight and squealing about getting out their vote to put into policies into place by politicians who don't give a crap about them or their kids or the dads for that matter. Yeah, it sucks. Mr. Pepe D's Nuts, did you hear about the lady that claimed her fetish when she got a ticket for riding in the carpool lane? No. Oh, claimed her fetus. Fetus. Okay. Stupid spell check. Yeah, I think I saw something about that. If you ask me, it's kind of brilliant because I hate those stupid things anyways. There's a story about a guy who used to ride with his corporation book in his passenger seat. He was an activist, and he was so mad. Something happened with the guy, and somebody did something really terrible to him and or his family, but they couldn't press charges or get any kind of justice because the individuals that did it under the cloak of a corporation, and the corporation was guilty, but not the people. And he's like, so anybody can do anything as long as they're doing it under a cloak of a corporation because it's its own entity. Okay, well, if it's a person, I'm going to have it in my carpool with me, and I'm going to take it to court if I get a ticket for it. He did, and I think he won. I thought it was actually kind of brilliant. Yeah. Hello, Karen. I wish my kid's father would involve himself in their life. Well, see, there you go. There's a lot of mothers, even if they don't like their ex at all, understand the value of having the father involved in their lives. I know loads of mothers like that. Again, part of the reason I don't really consider myself a father's rights activist per se, because I know, and me and being in my position, I know loads of mothers just like Karen and many, many others they're just they want them involved in their life in some form. Luke Walker, Kevin Morrow, why did CPS try to take your kid? I don't know. Oh, you're talking to Kevin. I got out of prison, got mine back the day I was let out. I was locked up at 32. Damn, double damn. You got out of prison and you got your kids back. Wow. Hello, Michaela. Mr. Back in Action, what's up, man? He's not your friend, man. I'm telling you, laugh to your face while stabbing you in the back. Gavin? Yeah, I assume that's who you're talking about. That it's still a big shocker to me. It kind of just flat hurts. Mazen, I don't know if you ever reacted to that one Eminem song I recommended, Haley's song, but if you ever listen to it, let me know if you like it or not. I feel like you're able to relate to it a lot. I haven't. I remember you telling me about that, and I think I might have heard it. I just don't have all of Eminem's songs memorized, but I'll definitely look at it. Hello, Sarah Jane. Hi, Caleb, and everyone on here. It's always good to see you, Miss Sarah Jane. Michaela, if I got into a fight at school and I didn't start it, would you be mad at me? Who is messaging me, and how is it not? Oh, that's a different app. I'll have to mute that one too. Would you be mad at me? Well, I mean, obviously you want to try not to get fights at school, but if my kids ever got in fights, I raised them I know they didn't start it. But I've always raised mine, you don't start it, but you can finish it. Try your best to be diplomatic and be reasonable about it, but there's nothing wrong with self-defense, regardless of what these public indoctrination centers known as public schools tell you. Faye Teeter doing great. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Drippy Ice. Parker did the right thing 9 years ago. I think so. Sorry, not 32. I was 2 years locked up, and my wife divorced me, but we went on a crack binge, and I got out, raised my girls, I guess. Well, that's one of those hard lessons. For someone who's open-minded like me on different kinds of ways to expand your mind, crack is not one on my list. Stick to weed or even psychedelics. I'm just kidding, Kevin. Obviously, I don't know your story, but hard lesson learned. But I'm glad you got out and glad you got your girls. As in why you always talk about Eminem. I don't know. Maybe he likes Eminem. Taffy. You look like a new name. I had the same stuff happen to me that happened to Parker. Taffy, I can't tell you how many times I've read that, and it makes me, it's sad to see that every time. What happened to Parker is not uncommon. What happened to Blaine, which is pretty much the same thing, is not uncommon. But the difference is turn on your nightly news, your local news, the world news, scroll through the news on your Facebook. Do you ever really see anything like that ever? No, you don't. Why is that? Why do you think the media will not cover custody stories like this? Yeah, if some big celebrity gets into a quarrel, they'll put their crap on the cover, like, Brangelina and all that horse shit. But you never see it, what really happens. The only way you see it is people like me start documenting the atrocities that happen in the family court. There's a fly buzzing me and it's bugging me. Rush shot. Hello there. Hello to you. Johnny 5 is alive. What'd y'all think of my thumbnail? No disassemble. Old people know what I'm talking about. That's from Johnny 5. What's it called? Short Circuit, the movies. I think there's 2 of them. Might be 3, but I know there's 2. Great flick from back in the 90s sometime. Michaela, the police even said I wouldn't get in trouble if it's self-defense. Yeah, be careful what you hear police say. I know I'm real critical of police, and I know sometimes they do some good things, but and when I do see that they are doing the right thing, I like to point it out. But just be careful, and again, just try not to get in a fight. Try to be diplomatic if at all possible. But if you're absolutely backed into a corner, you have to defend yourself. You just have to. Anna, what is your opinion on public school? They look a lot like jails and prisons to me. They're run a lot like jails and prisons to me. You're required to, they give you a bunch of crap to memorize, and your grade depends on how well you can regurgitate it. I just think they're grossly mismanaged. And I'm not. Hello, kitty. She saw me. She bolted. I know a lot of teachers, and I'm not pointing fingers at the teachers. It's not their fault. They run a classroom. I'm talking about the management, the way it's funded, the way it's organized, the way they use these bonds to build these atrocious looking schools that they've got. I just think we could do so much better. I read somewhere the other day that the basic reading, writing, and arithmetic you could teach an average kid, young person, in just 50 or 100 hours, and everything else they can learn on their own. Trade schools. I mean, god dang, look at YouTube. The things that I've learned, my kids have learned just by watching stuff on YouTube. And again, I'm not completely crapping on school at all. I'm not crapping on Western medicine. If I really get sick and I break a bone, or I really want a doctor who went to all kinds of medical school, got degrees, and really knows his stuff. TGR rap snitches telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witnesses. I don't have a clue what you're talking about, man, unless you're talking to someone else. I guess I missed it. I almost said micro farmer. I hope your story get the ball rolling in the men's who want to be there, the men who want to be there for their kids. Well, I'm like a 1 in a million. There's loads of us, loads of fathers out there raising mortal hell like I am, like a whole bunch of them. My channel happens to be fairly more prominent just because I happen to document it all, which is why I encourage more and more people document. If you're in a contentious divorce, raising children, particularly if you go to pick up and drop off, in high conflict situations, just record it. Start recording. And you don't have to hide it. In fact, it's better if you don't. It feels awkward, but just when you get out and get the kids ready to, drop off, and just hold it out. Have it recording. Whoever you're talking to is, excuse me, whoever you're talking to, that's who you record. And you don't even necessarily have to publish it. Yeah, just the fact that you got it and everyone's behaving a certain way, and your ex sees that you're recording everything that happens, they may think, yeah, okay, I'll play nice. Okay, play nice. All right, kids, go with your dad or go with your mom or whichever the case may be. You don't even have to necessarily publish it. The only reason I ever published anything of mine was because I kept getting sued over and over and over and over. And every time I went to court, I lost either time with my kids or money or both. Crack is whack. Yeah, I don't recommend. Man, I'm way behind. Criminy. Tappy, it truly sucks how bad some parents can be. Yeah, not everyone is qualified. Mazin, hello, Peep. I don't know. He's talking about, Pepe. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be interesting to see how someone relates to the same story would think when hearing certain songs about similar struggles. LOL. Music can heal. Yes, it can. That's why I've started playing this little background. I just kind of like it. It just and it's just a loop and it just repeats. And this is just a silly little loop song, but yeah, music is powerful. Formed the right artist. Brush shot. My dad is divorced and a drug addict, and I live with my mom, and he always tries to guilt trip me into visiting him. You sound kind of young. Guilt tripping is tough, but be careful what you believe at that young age and question everything. Maybe he is a drug addict, but the first thing I would ask or recommend is, how do you know? Again, obviously, I don't know your story. You might have seen it firsthand with your own eyes, and if you've seen it, then you'll know it's real. But if that may be just what someone's telling you, so just be careful. Again, I don't know your situation, but there's a reason I've got the words tattooed on my arm that says "question everything," because that's a motto that I live by. Just whatever you see, don't necessarily believe it. Search for yourself. Look for the proof. Just because somebody says somebody is one way or another doesn't necessarily mean that that's the God's honest truth. Kevin Morrow, they hide the real news. Yes, it's called censorship. I hate to say it, but dads are the ones who are said to be the bad ones and the abusers. But in a lot of cases that I've heard, it's mostly moms. See, that's where I tried for what I do. I try not to make this a gender specific thing, because assholes know no boundaries. You can be a man or a woman and be an asshole. You can be gay or straight and be an asshole. You can be black or white and be an asshole. Nobody is exempt from being an asshole. So the only time I will ever use terms like mostly moms or mostly dads is just when I'm strictly speaking about raw statistics. And for me, like with the whole father's rights, good parents' rights, mother's rights, whatever, that's the reason I don't call myself a father's rights activist per se, because I know so many good mothers that are getting screwed over by the family court as well. But at the same time, statistically speaking, and this is just a fact, about 80 to 90% of the time in all divorce cases, the mother gets primary custody of the kids, and probably over 50% of the time, and is ordered by law by court order, ordered to pay money, which is 80 to 90% of the time coming from the father. Hope that clears it up a little bit. Victoria Short Circuit was like 1986. Really? It was okay. It's even older than I remember. I mean, I remember I was a kid. In 1990, I was in the 7th grade, so I guess maybe it did come out when I was in elementary. It was a really good show. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Life of Daniel TV. Howdy, been lurking, but decided to say hello. Well, hello, Life of Daniel TV. I'm glad you decided to not just lurk and say hello. That's pretty cool. What brings you to my channel? Kevin Morrow, is our new mindset our schools should not be government run? I don't think so. And if they are going to be government run, have them run by the actual county. Like where I'm from, Odessa, Texas, is in the county of Ector. And the schools are there are known at the public schools there are Ector County Independent School District, ECISD. And even before I woke up from my insufferable dream, my insufferable, the matrix that I was plugged into, even back then when I was young, I always asked myself, what exactly is ECISD, Ector County Independent School District, actually independent of? Because they're run by the TEA, the Texas Education Agency, or something like that. And then on top of that, you got the national policies that they get federal money from, that they have to go by federal laws if they're getting federal money. But yeah, if you're going to have a school district run by a government, at least make it on a county level where you actually, as a parent, you're not just a number. You actually have the potential to actually have a say-so in what your kids are being taught, and not this crap being shoved down their throats from Washington, D.C. Micro Farmer, glad to see you doing YouTube and keeping a platform so people can chat and know they not only they're not only in this type of fight. I mean, they're not the only one. Well, you're welcome. I enjoy doing this. I really do. Gives again, I like showing people that look at all the crap that I went through for all those years, jailed, broke, heartache, ripped away from my kids suffering. And now I'm still alive. I'm still broke, but they hadn't got me down completely. I've got the patience of Job. Give tomorrow, learn more here than in school. Well, I'll just give you a little lesson. In this particular instance, it's than school, THAN. Then comes next. I'm kind of a grammar Nazi, but that's okay. I do it lovingly. Funly. Hello, Sharon. Sent you a link regarding the education system. Seems teachers don't need to be smart. Yeah, I don't get the time to watch all the stuff he said, but yeah, you've come across some really interesting stuff, Sharon. I'll look it up as soon as I get off here. Grace Hewitt, that looks like a new name. I wish all my grandkids could be homeschooled. You're right, it's like a prison. It is. Now they look like a prison. For a brief period, Hayden came to live with me right after I got blamed. It didn't last long, and it was just a weird, strange time, but I actually enrolled him in Permian High School, my alma mater. I'm a graduate there in 1995. And when they were showing me the new part of the school, I mean, I hadn't seen it much since then, since I attended there, where the tennis courts used to be, is a whole new wing. And you just look at it and it just looks like a prison. But one of the counselors or whoever they're showing us all around, they said, yeah, and this is the new wing. This is the one that, everyone says looks like a prison. Like, is that, here's your sign. Like, that's kind of fucking creepy. Gavin Morrow self-fought. I get it. Almost gave up. But I got mad. I gave up drugs. Gave up who I thought I was. But my girls are more to me than the drugs. That's the way it should be, man. Amen. Well done. Don't make no mistake, though. When people say drugs and don't do drugs, that most certainly includes alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. It's a poisonous drug at that, with no real medical or health benefits to it at all. Drippy ice. My mom kind of loves another man and is not telling my father, while my dad is abusive, but I don't know what family to go apart. I will feel really guilty, and I will feel really bad for my brothers, who is 6. Oh man, yeah, that golly, that just sounds awful. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what to say about that. Michaela, my brother had to get a restraining order on his ex-wife, and now she's telling her kids that he only did that because he hates them. He did it because she broke into his house. Yeah, that's what, unfortunately, that's what a lot of parents will tell their kids. It's called brainwashing. Tori, I question everything. Good. You should. And the sooner you start that, the younger in life you start questioning things. And on top of that, teaching your own children to question everything, including you. I've even told my kids that. The boys, Lund, this is my perspective. This is how I see things. Question even me as you go about your daily life. Look what everyone else is saying. Look what they're doing. Then compare what they're saying to what they're doing. Look what I say compared to what I do, and figure out truth for yourself. Anon, Broshot, you sound like you're in the situation I was in, except I had an order of protection against my dad. I know which Anon you are. How are you doing? Glad to see you again. And yes, I did get your email. I responded. Anna, why can't you stand the Leverett family? Show me one thing that I would love about the Leverett family. People say that the critics of mine say that I exploit my children. Ugh. Honestly, I haven't watched enough of the Leverett family. For those of you wondering, they're YouTubers. They have like 10 million subscribers. And every time one of their kids farts, they've got a camera there and they're commenting on it. And they've made just apparently just millions and millions and millions of dollars. And they're just, to me, young, entitled punk brats, both the mom and the dad. The kids are adorable. It's not their fault. Their parents are douchebags. Yeah, Michaela, wow, that's some hardcore parental alienation. Just horrible. It is. That's why you teach kids to question everything. And if you teach them to question even you, the mom or the dad, if you teach them to question even you, that is implied. Like in my case, boys, London, y'all question even me. Question everything. You don't want to talk bad about the other parent, but it certainly implies if you're going to question even me, and I'm the one telling you to question me, obviously that means question your mom too. And the reciprocal would work in the same situation if a mother tells their kids that. Be the person that they can trust. Prove to them constantly that they can trust you. But, teach them to question absolutely everything. And that way They don't just learn to blindly trust somebody who is misleading them. Saying the blue whale challenge. What in the world is that? Is that the new thing kids are doing these days? Kevin Morrow, my girls got my girls, but no child support. He. Then my oldest wanted to live with grandma. I get child support. I have to pay 30,000. Boink. Okay, I'm lost. What? Following all that? Anon, are independent schools better than regular schools? There are only a few teachers that could teach me with my autism and ADD. Regular schools really pretty much are what they call the independent school districts. The downside with schooling is no matter where you live, for the most part, you're going to pay some kind of school tax, whether you've got kids in it or not. Even if you want to send your kids to a private school, it's expensive, which leads to only the upper ends of society can afford it. But I'm not going to say all private schools are always better all the time, any more than all public schools are all horrible all the time. But it's just overall is that the way they're managed on a communist level, which this is going to rub some people the wrong way. I hate to say it, but we kind of live in a quasi-communist country. Rob from Peter to pay Paul, tax everybody into the big giant mammoth known as Washington, D.C., and they distribute money to all the states. And when you get money from the feds, you're hooked and have to go by their rules. Hence the reason I rail against Title 4D funding, like Ken Paxton does. He gets loads and loads and loads, millions of dollars off of Title 4D from the feds because of the Social Security Act. Well, Ken Paxton and the way they're going to tell him, if you take our money, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do exactly what we say. Doesn't matter if it harms your own citizens. That's just how it works. No such thing as free money. A-hole. Jordan Peterson would be a good one too. Going to jail soon. Same reasons myself. I started watching because my son I haven't seen in 16 years, and you have the same name. Caleb? Your son's name Caleb? I must have missed something about Jordan Peterson, ? You're going to jail soon? Damn. Sorry to hear that. For the same reasons, I assume something similar to mine. Ashton Stawn, where are you from? I'm originally from Odessa, Texas. It's in the West Texas. It's in the corner of the state. Everyone knows the shape of Texas, that big corner. That's where it's at. I don't miss it at all. A-hole dyslexia. Okay, I'm not following you. I'm still not quite following you there. Panda, when you revisited the Parker, what do you mean when you said you have entered the Twilight Zone? When I revisited the Parker movie? Did I say that? I don't even remember. Maybe I did. I guess, going back in time, looking at the old, I'm not sure. I mean, I say a lot of crazy stuff sometimes. Don't necessarily know why I say certain things, but I do. As in going to senior year, hoping it gets faster than any year. It's sad to study multiple subjects for years just to be 100% sure you'll have that third profession you sat your life in studying for. Yeah, and I got news for you. Not once in my life did anyone ever ask me to show me my high school diploma. To the best of my knowledge, the only people that ever ask for high school diplomas are colleges if you want to get into a college. And contrary to popular belief, college is not for everyone. If you've got to borrow a shitload of money and go into extreme debt to get a very long degree, maybe it's not for you. If you can't take care of yourself once you graduate, it's not for you. Again, colleges are all involved in the big conglomerate. It just keeps getting more and more and more and more expensive. Hello, Tiffany. I remember you. I still hope my daughter lets my grandson get homeschooled. I don't blame you. Yeah, homeschooling, that's the ideal. That's better than private. And homeschool is like the ideal. People shit on it and say that, the kids are going to grow up and not be, know how to act socially. Well, hello, look at the situation that this country's in starting back in 1999 when Columbine happened. This is what it's bred. And it happened. There's been, I don't know how many school shootings, hundreds since then, maybe even thousands. Happens all the time. Something's not right. Personally, I think it's all related to Title IV defunding of the Social Security Act. That's what I think. It's squeezing the father out of it. Far too many women know that they can just get knocked up by whomever. All they got to do is make a phone call, point out of a lineup, say, he did it. He's the one that made me pregnant. Give me money. And then he maybe wants to do the right thing and, pays his pays to help. And then she just denies him seeing him because she hates him. She don't want her kids to act like him or have anything to do with him. It's just a domino effect. Pepe, my kid's middle school is 99% white, female, blonde, early 20s teachers. Okay. I'm not sure where you're going with that. As in schools in general, public or private, trash. Maybe. I don't. I hate grouping big groups like that necessarily, but be your own teacher. Find mentors. Learn a trade. And on hearing you talk about losing Parker reminds me of what she used to say about when she lost me, your mom. Caleb, you've actually said the same things she did. You would have loved my mom. You sweet woman. Well, you've got a really amazing story. And well done. Just keeping yourself up, keep marching on. That's all any of us can really do. Ashton Stomp, dude, I'm from Odessa, Texas. Why do you keep asking that? Tiffany, that's when using your cheering as pawns, and it's sickening. Yep, a lot of people do it. Way too many people do it. And the LeBrant family is some of the worst. Kevin Morrow, you're a boss, bro. Sorry for misspelling shit. Keep up the good work. You're fine. I'm just messing with you, man. It's fun. What you drinking? Just water, as always. Dan, and I was homeschooled for several years. Kitty. Come here, Kitty. You're shaking my table, you little shit. I was homeschooled for several years, and it stunted me socially. Too bad there was no perfect education system. Did it? I'm curious, Dannon. Do you really think that? I went through public school my entire life, all the way through high school. Graduated from in 1995, and I'm pretty fucking weird. I'm socially stunted. I know I talk on here a lot, but in real life, like if y'all ever met me in real life, like we went to a big party or something, if I don't know anybody there or very few people, I'm just going to stand there quietly, mind my own business, not try to make eye contact, and pray to God that it's over quickly so I get back home in my hole. But never was homeschooled. I don't know. It's worth a debate to talk about. I mean, I'm open to talking about anything. Back in action, I question and challenge everything and everyone. I know he does. I've had Edward on a call-in when I first started doing this. This man here questions the legitimacy of the child support as a whole, and I'm gonna have to go back and watch it myself because he made a lot of good points. Caleb, have you ever been probed by? Not that I remember. Maybe that's why I'm sore these days when I wake up. I just don't know it. Yeah. Michaela, I was taken out of school back in March for bullying and was put on virtual learning for the rest of the year. I'm going back next month and I'm scared. Ugh. That's I don't know why. I hate bullies so much. Okay, dude, I'm about to block you if you keep typing in there where I'm from. Keep it up, and I'm just gonna block you. Okay, you just keep being a dick, and I'm gonna show you where I'm from. West Texas, motherfucker. Kevin Morrow, I'm from Michigan. He speaks truth. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Sienna Price, there were limited teachers' assistants that could help me because of my blindness in public school. You would know better than that. I wouldn't know. I don't know. Yeah, Ashton, Dannon is going to just, if you don't have anything better to contribute, we're just going to assume you're a troll and you're out of here. Tiffany Starbeck, oh my God, that just hit a chord with me with the LeBrant family. I'm just glad that makes me so mad. So you're familiar, Tiffany, you're familiar with the LeBrant family? You know what I'm talking about? God almighty, gag me with a stick. I know Caleb, he hates my guts. Michaela, you've been here on my channel long enough. You know how many people hate my guts? Loads and loads. Part of dealing with bullies is learning how to deal with bullies. And half the time when you learn to laugh at them and you don't let their bullshit get under your skin, that's how you really beat them. There's so many people that hate me, Michaela. I couldn't care less. Because you know what? If you're not pissing somebody off, if you got too many friends, you're trying to make everybody happy, you're no different than a fucking politician. Texas is not the largest state in the U.S. Are you just wanting to start a fight? Geographically, you're correct. Alaska is. But in the continental United States, it is. But then again, California's got more people. So I've heard. So I've been told. Kevin Morrow, we live this life, boink. Get ready. Civil War is on the edge of your vids that helped me see. Thanks. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think we're headed to another civil war. I thought it was going to happen during that bullshit pandemic. If they kept that bullshit up, I thought that was what's going to happen. Mary Sue, you're a hot dad. You're a MILF. Just putting that out there. I think the technical term, Mary, is I'm a DILF. A dad you'd like to friend. Thanks. Stop making me blush. Quit it. Tori, Pepe D's nuts. What other state has toast named after it? Toast? I don't know of any. Oh, she corrected herself. You're funny. Susan Oliver. Caleb, did you find another lawyer to help you close your child support case? Nope. I already have a lawyer. His name's Gavin Norris. He's still legally, technically, and for all practical purposes, my lawyer. I hope you can resolve this soon so you can get your passport. Thank you, Suzanne. I really would love to get this resolved sooner than later. Maine. I assume there's a toast named Maine. Heard of Maine Coon cats. Never heard of Maine toast. Skylar Chan. Hey man, how are you doing? I'm doing well, Skylar. You look like a new name. I don't recognize you. I'm doing well. Keep my head above water. Trying to survive this bullshit known as the family court. Back in action, the child support program has to meet a certain quota every year to get their millions from the federal government, or they get penalized and their funds decrease. Yep. Title 4D funding. That's exactly what he's talking about. There is a quota. It is a business. It is a mafia, and they will come around occasionally and take people out, just like they did me. And maybe they don't get everybody. Maybe they won't get you, but they might get one of your kids or your grandkids someday. Stop supporting these bastards. Pepe, I dated a girl who was homeschooled, and she was very promiscuous because she had no social interaction with boys. That kind of goes how would she be so promiscuous if she had no social interaction with boys? Promiscuous with other girls, maybe? Maybe that's just how she's born. Skylar, my school is 4 hours a day and it doesn't have kids talking to each other. It's really nice because I have anxiety and there's no bullying or anything. There's 2 teachers and about 6 kids. Nice. Cool. What kind of school is it? Is it a private school? Is it I don't know, do they have like homeschools where like just a small neighborhood or is something like that? I've heard people do that, like real small neighborhoods will have like one mother, for instance, might enjoy teaching certain subjects and they have, the neighborhood kids come around. I don't know. I'm curious. Pepe, hey, Anon, did you get my email? Hannah, it was nice to see someone today. I was nice to someone today and I'm happy. Well, you're always nice to me. Why wouldn't you be nice to someone every day, Anna? Be nice. Hello, Doozer. Caleb, your thoughts on the Paul McCartney's dead conspiracy. Before you laugh, check the evidence. I've not heard that Paul McCartney is dead. He's old as dirt, didn't he? Like, the Beatles were big in the, 60s? That was 50, 60 years ago? I wouldn't be surprised if he's really dead. I can't believe Michael Jackson's been dead for like 12, 13 years now. Isn't that crazy? 14 years? He died in 09. Yeah, 13 years. Michael Jackson's been dead that long. That's wild. Redemy. Hello, Redemy. You have a strange, interesting looking little profile picture, a smiling orange. And it's hard to tell, actually. Come to think of it, I was awkward in elementary school as well. I don't really know how I would have had I spent my teens in public schools. Yeah, it's I've noticed I tend to think that certain things mess me up, and I might be totally wrong. Like I say, my parents messed me up by keeping me too sheltered and not, I couldn't even see rated R movies basically until I was in high school, and even then, they would check. I'm like, God dang. What is this stream about? Well, my name is Caleb Leverett. This is called the Recovered Podcast. I had 2 sons back in the day on this channel that went through mortal hell with the family courts, and they're all grown now. And now I talk to people who've watched my channel over the years and who are going through something similar, whether it's the family court or something like alcoholism, where so many people turn to take the edge off and fight the depression. And I was an alcoholic myself for about 7 years, and contrary to what most people, conventional wisdom, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, I disagree. I am not an alcoholic. I am fully recovered from alcoholism. And anybody that would like to challenge me on that, we can go to toe to toe and see how much you drink compared to how much I drink, and then we'll see who the alcoholic is. So that's pretty much what I talk about on this stream. And I crack lots of dark jokes sometimes. Sometimes the butt of my joke are my own children or myself. Taru Paperman. I know that's a new name. Personally, when I went to public school, my parents wouldn't really allow me to have friends. I'd never been to a friend's house or had one over. When I mentioned friends, they'd say they aren't. Hope you finished that. Did you finish that? Golly, a lot of comments here tonight. I mean, I can see why parents are overly cautious. They don't want their kid to get, involved with the wrong people, but at the same time, you gotta let them live a little bit. And sometimes that means getting involved with the wrong people for a little bit and learning some mistakes the hard way, unfortunately. Packer Dude, mods are one of the best parts of live streams. Yes, I've got several mods, but only one of them here, Dannon, right here. She's the only one that's here at the moment. That's interesting. My mother did the same thing with me when I was in public elementary school. Maybe that's what stunned me from the beginning. Isn't it nice, Dannon, to start questioning your own reality, your own perceptions, go down your own rabbit hole, find out why you yourself, or me, in my case, myself, why I'm so screwed up. Yeah, he's not one of the bullies. The bullies are all girls. Yeah, girls can be cruel too. Imagine that. And on Michaela Schalk, a lot of people hate me and I don't give a darn. Well, you shouldn't give a darn. Shouldn't give two darns. Ever. I mean, if they don't mean anything to you, then why, or if you don't mean anything to them, then why should they mean anything to you? Who cares what they think? A-hole. Interview with Jordan Peterson, Viva Fry, and Barnes. I would love to hear their opinions on these issues. I'm dyslexic, so no spell so good. Okay, I understand. That's fine. I don't know a lot about Jordan Peterson. I know a lot of my libertarian type friends seem to think the world of him. I just don't know that much about him. I know he got some deep shit here recently by posting on his own social media, posting a very, very strange dream about his naked grandmother with himself and putting her junk in his face. Woo, that was weird. I already didn't know a lot about the guy, and I see people post a lot of his inspirational quotes, and he seems like a pretty decent guy. But then I saw that, I was like, what in the hell is he? I mean, I know we all have weird dreams, but god dang, I mean, I'm brutally honest, but even I'm not going to post some whacked out dream. I don't see what the purpose, what good did civilization get out of him posting a dream about him and his naked grandmother and him. That's as weird as Trump saying if Ivanka wasn't his own daughter, he'd date her. It's just it's just one of those things that just gives me the creepy crawlies. Incestual stuff is just it's just the most disgusting thing. Oh, Texas toast. Duh. I should have known that. Texas toast. Okay. That was me. Y'all got one over on me. Skylar, I think foster care is something that severely stunted my growth. I wouldn't be surprised. I know there are some good foster parents out there. I really do. I don't have any experience in the foster care system. At one point, I was scared that one or all of my kids might wind up in it. But I've heard some horror stories of, again, you get the government involved, and they're the ones in charge of paying and determining how much it's worth. And you get opportunist assholes that learn how to scam the system and get a whole bunch of foster kids. They don't give a crap about the foster kids, and they just take the money, and the kids, get a very small percentage of it. I have heard those horror stories, but again, I don't have any firsthand knowledge of it. Doozer, Caleb, have you seen the pictures online of human-sized bats? Is this a Batman joke, Doozer? Nope, I haven't. Not anything lately. You spelled Texas wrong. Skylar, we have talked before in comments. Okay. My dad had a story very similar to yours, but never won custody. Okay. Well, forgive me, but maybe I just hadn't seen you a lot in here, but never won custody. Well, that's the sad reality, but it is a reality. Tori, I told the lady on the phone at the CS office, child support office, that I know all about how Title 4D works, and I know the more they take, the more they get. What was her reaction to that when you mentioned Title 4D? Is that like kryptonite to those people? Don't say it. Don't say what really funds us. We can't talk about it. Suzanne Olivar, fire Gavin Norris and get a good lawyer that will take your case seriously. Gavin. Gavin really screwed you over. Oh, no, Suzanne. That is one thing I learned. I got the feeling that he wanted me to fire him, because if I fire him, it doesn't require a judge's signature. However, I've since learned that apparently if a lawyer wants to terminate the relationship with a client, they have to get the judge's signature and get it legally done, giving legal reasons why. And Gavin tried to do that with me, and he cannot get a signature. So, someone like me, I feel like someone wants me to do something. I just have to ask myself, why? Why are you pushing me why do you want me to fire you? Is that the game? It's going on 5 years, and I've been kind of a dick a few times. I'm not gonna lie. I've been kind of a dick to him even before I started this. I've been kind of a dick over the years. Like, come on, man, come on. Maybe he wanted me to fire him. That way he'd be off the hook. Looks like I was right, because I've been calling him out. It's about 3 months now, and after last night's podcast, right here on this podcast, I really called him out. I still haven't heard from him. Something tells me I'm onto something. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm onto something. So no, I've made it quite clear. If you want me to fire you, then I'm probably not going to do it. I've been in this shit this long. I might as well see what's behind the next door. Why not? See what happens. So, I don't think I'll fire you. Gavin, you are not fired. As I've stated many times, you're not fired. You're still my attorney. Represent me as you are legally bound to do. Because in the last 3 months in particular, not to mention the last 5 years, I don't feel very represented. And now he can't get rid of me, and he still has to represent me. They got you by the balls is finally working in my favor. Seems like. Braden, how is your son doing? I forgot his name in a long time. How are you doing? All of my sons, Parker, Hayden, Blaine, are doing well. Everybody's doing really well. I don't talk about their private lives anymore, if that's what you mean, and I don't talk about their relationship with other people. But other than that, they're great. They're hermits. They like their privacy. They don't really have any social media, or hardly any social media, and they like it that way. 2 of them live with me. In fact, they're right here behind this curtain. Anon, Skylar Chan, you were lucky. I wished I went to that school. Skylar Chan, It's a school for kids to graduate faster. I don't know. It's called Cooper, and they pass us all out laptops in case we need to miss the class. Damn. We're an hour into this, and there's more comments than I can get to. User, supposedly he died a year into the Beatles and replaced with a bottle dummy named William Shears. Interesting. Wasn't he married to some chick named Yoko Ono? Is that the right Beatle? Am I thinking of the right person? Huh. Oh, I hadn't heard that one. That's a new one. I'm sure there's lots of body doubles out there. Presidents, other heads of state. Yeah, Skylar, it took me getting assaulted to finally get out of public school. Damn, sorry to hear that. And I was in public school for 8 years. Then I went to school for the blind. Did you have a better time at the school for the blind, Sienna? Tori, how about the new study that antidepressants don't do what they thought they did, just like Tom Cruise told Matt Lauer. I know it's Lauer. That's the old Rush Limbaugh coming out of me. Rush Limbaugh used to call him Matt Lauer. I quit listening to Rush many, many years ago, but people ask me why I say cheerings. I got that from Rush. I mean, I've been listening to Rush Limbaugh, or I used to. I was listening to him in junior high, 7th or 8th grade. And it just stuck with me through my 20s. And then I finally quit listening because I figured out he's just a statist hack. Rest in peace, Rush. Oh, back in action bottle collections. Another point I was going to make in the quote, child support program is voluntary to every state. Therefore, the child's right to a parent income is enacted under color of law. I remember you mentioning something like that. It's voluntary. But dude, I mean, they will jail you. In some cases, they will jail you. I was in jail. I wasn't in jail for child support, being behind on child support, but I mean, they hadn't jailed me for it, but they've made my life hell. They won't give me my fucking passport, and I've voluntarily not paid it. Can I be a moderator, please? No, I don't need any more at the moment. And no offense, I want to keep my moderators. They've got to have a little more life experience. And again, it's nothing personal. But I mean, I've only got like 22 people in the chat at the moment. Anon, I didn't say this the other night, but my dad is an alcoholic. Oh, he would drink and drive with me in the car. No bueno. That's Spanish for good. I grew up around a lot of Spanish speakers in West Texas. Hannah, Michaela, girls can be cruel and then become the nightmare ex as a woman in family court. Yeah, but that's true about anybody, really. Dannon talking to Anna, my dad is too. He would get drunk and act like Curly Bill. Curly Bill. Dannon is obviously a fan of Tombstone. I've talked about Curly Bill on here before. Who else is a fan of Tombstone? Sienna, kids would make little comments like, how many fingers am I holding up? Or they'd say, Sienna needs glasses. Sienna, just don't listen to those little pricks. They're just little dicks. 4DD? What in the world are you going on about, Pepe? Why are you questioning me? I'm not sure what you're talking about someone else, I guess. Mazen, sorry, I know it's off topic, but I bet he has a Harry Potter book next to him. No, Mazen, I don't. I was reading it earlier and I left it over there, but I will appease you, Mazen. This is what I do have. I've got a little Harry Potter mug of Hedwig. Isn't she so cute? That's a little Hedwig mug. I found that on I don't remember where I found that. No, I didn't order it. I think I saw it in the store somewhere. I bought it for Sade. I've got lots of Harry Potter stuff for Sade that I've just not been able to meet her yet because I can't get my freaking passport because my lawyer won't get off his cookies and get shit done. Pepe, no Harry Potter talk. Hershey boy. Anon, Anon talking to Danon. I didn't go into my dad drinking or other detail. Oh, because it takes a lot out of me. I gave you guys the tip of the iceberg. Oh, I know. And on telling your own story in a 30-minute section or even an hour is just almost impossible. I know for a fact there's a lot more to your story. And if you'd ever, in the future, as things progress and you want to talk about it more, you've got my number, you got my email, just email me. If you ever want to come back on and go a little deeper or something. And on Pepe D's Nuts, let him talk about what he wants. It's his stream. Yeah, Pepe, gaw. What's with the attitude? No, I ain't no attitude. We're all friends here, except for the trolls. But the trolls don't last long. We just boot them. Dorian, I will always stand up for my Fourth Amendment rights against anyone who gets in my way. Oh, yeah. You want to search this? Get a warrant. You want to see if I'm the dad? Get a warrant. No one's going to search. I wouldn't let anyone search me, my DNA, my house, my anything. You ain't searching nothing unless you get a warrant. And John Lennon was the one married to Yoko Ono. Oh, he was the different. I never was a big Beatles fan. I don't hate them. I mean, I like some of their music, like everyone else. The big popular one, Imagine, is that what it's called? I don't know a lot about them. I barely remember some of their names. I don't even know which was which, really. And Pepe, what Anon's saying is not having an attitude. Yeah, just chill. She's giving me some weird attitude about my comment. It's no big deal. He wants me to talk about Harry Potter if I want to, and I've got news for everyone. If I want to talk about Harry Potter, I will talk about Harry Potter because it's my fucking show, man, and I love Harry Potter. Don't be salty, Pepe. Go watch it. I bet you hadn't even seen it, Pepe. Have you seen all 7 movies, Pepe? I'd like to know. Have you? Tell me because don't knock it if you ain't tried it. Sienna, yes, Caleb, I had a great time. It became my second escape from my tough environment, and I also met my now husband at the school for the blind. Oh, well done. Well, nice. Good. And on Pepe, I'm not going to let you dictate when he talks about if you're going to do that, then get off the stream. Y'all quit bickering. Who are you? What makes you think I can tell you what I'm about to comment about? You can't. She can't. Oh, y'all shake hands to be nice. I've known Pepe. He's been around here forever. He's just opinionated. That's okay. Everyone's got their own opinions. Hannah, anyone who is a little prick, the door's right there. Okay. Michaela, in the 7th grade, my locker was right under the guy who hates my guts, and his name sounded like mine. And every time someone said Caleb, I'd look around thinking it was my name. Oh, Caleb. Okay. His name was Caleb, and you're Michaela. That's weird you bring that up, Michaela. Everybody I've ever been around named Taylor, Taylor. If someone yelled Taylor, I would always turn around thinking they were saying Caleb. And I've talked to people named Taylor, and they have been around people who named Caleb. And when someone would yell, hey, Caleb, the Taylors always turn around thinking they're saying Taylor. It's strange how that works. Back in action, you could have sued the law enforcement agency whom arrested you, Caleb, along with the judge who issued the warrant. I've been told that, man, but is that really real? The law enforcement agency that arrested me was just the bailiff. Um, I would love for Judge Rex, old crippled ass. He was crippled back then. If he's even still alive, I don't care how fucking crippled. I'd love to have his ass thrown in the fucking clink. Wrongful imprisonment, unlawful detainment. Hey, I could go on. Maybe someday when I can actually catch my breath, I would love to find out how to actually do that. I haven't been able to catch my breath. Yo, what's up from Dylan the Tutu? Doing well? Pepe, no, I have not watched any Harry Potter. See? You just talking smack of me. I ain't even seen it, man. The beautiful love story. It goes against what a lot of religious people, when religious people start banning books, I have to go, what's in there? Let me look. Let me smell. Let me sniff around. Let me look. See what's in there. I didn't watch it, Harry Potter, until I was 41 years old. I love it. So, come on. Relax a little, Pepe. Just chill and relax and go rent some Harry Potter. And I won't even tell anybody. You don't have to tell your friends and your family. And you can be a closet Harry Potter fan. I promise you, there's a good chance you're going to like them. The first one's a little corny, but you have to watch it. By the time they made the last movie, or the seventh movie, they had this gigantic budget and they had lots of really cool effects, and it stayed pretty close with the books. And speaking of Harry Potter, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really missed out as a kid. How far have you gotten in, Dannon? Karen has started watching as well. She was in here a little bit earlier. I think I was messaged earlier. She's taking her kids somewhere. She's listening. She had got to movie 3. So how far are you, Dan? And how far are you into Harry Potter? A-hole. My ex and her daughter were talking to each other about pulling over on the road and telling their significant other to get out. Turning to me to ask had I ever had a woman kick me out. I'm not quite following you there, man. Hannah, I gotta admit, my name is hard to pronounce, but when I tell people over and over, they eventually get it. I know, and I'm sure I would too, but it's hell, I've been calling you Panna for so long. Even if you did convince me to figure out how to pronounce your full name, I'd probably just still call you Panna. I mean, hell, I call my own son Blaine. He's Bucky. No, I mean, he's Blaine, but I still call him Bucky to this day. It's just a nickname. I like nicknames. I've always had nicknames for my kids. Susan Olivar. My son's name is Caleb Joshua. Teachers mangled his name and called him Caleb. Yeah, I've been called all kinds of names. Caleb. Juan Cobley. My name is John Caleb, and I used to work at a place called Key Energy Services, and it was all Hispanic dudes. Everyone spoke their primary language was Spanish, and my nickname was Juan Cobley. Michaela, I learned to ignore people who said Caleb. I knew they weren't saying my name. I'm not that popular. Yeah, I wasn't popular either. In real life, no one really. I'm not that fun to hang out. I'm not the popular guy. His nickname is CJ. That's what he goes by now. Yes. See. And on Pepe, both of y'all seem like nice people. I think y'all really can learn to get along. Yeah, y'all shake hands and be nice. I like both of you. And on Closet Harry Potter fan, man, do you crack me up? Ain't I funny? I'm chill and I have no issues. I know you are. That's why I wasn't worried about it. Not even for a minute. NJ the Mewtwo. Hey, Caleb, how's everyone doing, including Parker? We're all great. Parker's he's a professional horse trainer. and I don't recognize your name. Welcome to the podcast, man. I'm on the Chamber of Secrets. Oh, goody, goody. You're just right at the very, very beginning. It's so cute in the very beginning. They're just so little, and you just kind of got to go with it. It's a little corny, but just trust me, it gets a lot better. But if you don't see the first one, you won't understand the rest of them. These are in Harry Potter. If you give the elf laundry, he is free. Must have made laundry day complicated. Yeah, you have to give him a not just laundry, but just an article of clothing. And the book talks about Hermione making little elf hats and little boots, but they don't ever mention that many. They've mentioned that in the books, but it's never brought up in the movie. Mazen, say a Harry Potter hot take. Ron over Harry? I don't know what that means. Is that young kid slang me to say a Harry Potter hot take? I don't know what a hot take is. Everyone's fine, man. Everyone's grown. They're all bigger than me. I'll say that. Technically, I'm still, out of the three boys, they're all taller than me. I'm 6 foot. Parker's 6'1". Hayden and Blaine are 6'1.5", 6'2", right around there. But I'm still the heaviest person. I've got a record low weight as of yesterday and the day before, 181.8 pounds, 181. And all of my boys are in either 160s or 170s. I'm still heavier than they are, and I'm the shortest one, so I've still got a ways to go to catch them. Back in action has to be done in federal court, Caleb. You don't want the state court make a ruling on your case. Their motivation is to always rule against you. I've got a friend of mine in Texas, Rustin Wright, and he was talking to me about doing that years ago, and I was just scared to death to make any kind of change going into federal court. That's just one of those things I just have a mental block with. I wished I just can't wrap my head around how that would work. And I know I kind of like being called Pen on this channel, just saying I have all these different nicknames for certain people. Well, yeah, we all do. Okay, the only person that mispronounced my name was you, Shank. No, I knew it's Shank. I might have occasionally said Shank. Khalid Sheikh Leverett. Yeah, there's another one. Michaela Shunk. I don't really like Harry Potter. Have you read the books, Michaela? If you saw the movies, that's one thing. They're great. They're wonderful. And they're beautiful. Especially Prisoner of Azkaban. Well, I should talk like this around. I know you're kind of a youngster. As you get older, you may want to experiment with some psychedelics and watch one. But just kidding. Try reading the books. The books are amazing. Love them. And I actually grew up watching Harry Potter, and I have Jenny's autograph. Really? Like what? The real actress? I know her name. I can't think of it. You got her autograph? Cool. And I'll send you a picture of it, Caleb. If you want to. Sure. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm a Harry Potter junkie. Yeah. Why not? When you randomly mention your kids, why do you mention your boys a lot more than you do London? Because London is the baby, and London is still a minor, and there's just things that I just can't talk about. I mean, there's reasons, and it's like the reason some of my kids in 2017 chose to live with their mother, and one of them, Blaine, chose to live with me. They had their reasons why they wanted to. I just don't talk about it, and I can't. So hope that clears that up. Yeah, yes, the actress Jenny, Bonnie. her name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Bonnie something. No, Harry Potter has never caught my eye. I've seen the beginning of one of the movies and didn't like it. Okay, well then you and Pepe are in the same league of just judging a movie by its cover. Judging a book by its cover. I got it at Dragon Con. Cool. Never heard of Dragon Con. What the hell is Dragon Con? I would imagine it's the place where they have all things dragons, like maybe the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones. Can we see the cat, please? I doubt she'll let me get her. Come here, kitty. Oh, she already bolted. One of these days, I'll just get Hayden to bring her to me. Seems like that'd be easier. Just set her in my lap. For some reason, when she sees me sitting there talking, she's fine just sitting there. And as soon as I turn to her, she just, I guess, thinks I'm going to get up and snatch her. But then when I lay down in bed after this, she'll just get up there and just plop right next to me, but only at night. A-hole Bar Association wrote the D4 law finding a lawyer to fight against their own granting body is impossible. They use D4 as in Title 4D. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if each bar association is its own entity within the state. Title 4D is an amendment to the federal law of the Social Security Act. Social Security Act was passed back in the, 40s or something, and it was amended in the 70s. No, don't let back in action. No, don't let them use your fear against you. I let them do that for over 20 years. Now they know I have no fear at all. I do get that mentality. I do understand that. Maybe not. It's not really maybe fear is a bad word. In my own ignorance, I can only fight so many battles at once. I'd love to be able to sue all those judges and crooks that fucked me over, my kids over all those years. But at the moment, I'm paralyzed because I can't do anything until I get my AG stuff fixed. It's like baby elephant. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? I got to take baby steps. It's a pop culture convention. Oh, Dragon Con? Witchful Willow. I love all the movies and books. I have all of them, movies and books. Me too. Love them. And has your cat broken everything in your house yet? No, she's really gentle. She's I call her Mama Cat because she's real timid and she's not very big. She only weighs like, 7 or 8 pounds. Francis? I don't know if any of y'all really, I don't know if any of y'all here would remember Francis. He died about 2.5 years ago. I love that kitty. He was 17 pounds. He wasn't even a Maine Coon. He might have had some Maine Coon cat in him, but he was just a turd. He broke a lot of stuff. Not just being a cat. He wasn't evil. He was way more cuddly than this cat. Way more cuddly. Man, I wonder if Hayden will make any more gaming videos. I don't know. I kind of wished he would. I don't know. He watches. He might be listening in. I'll ask him. As in Game of Thrones is better than Harry Potter. Thoughts? Game of Thrones was really good. I didn't like the ending. The last season just sucked so much ass. And come to find out, they made the last season before George R.R. Martin actually finished even writing the book. He hadn't even written the book yet, but they kind of overtook the what do they call it? The artistic creation part of it. He hadn't even written it. They just made it all up. I don't know if it's better. It's really good. And I did buy the DVDs, but I own Harry Potter DVDs and books. I have no desire to read the Game of Thrones books like at all. But there's a lot of characters in there, a whole lot, and they did a really, really good job. I loved it. Uh, that would just be a matter of, tastes and preferences, if it was better or not. My friend likes gaming. My kitten lays on my face half the time. Yes, they love putting kitty butt right in our faces. A-hole, yes. Do they dress like dragons or something? Probably. No, they cosplay as different people from pop cultures like anime and Harry Potter. Go to the link. Yeah, I've cosplay. That's a relatively new thing that I've in the last few years learned about. It, I didn't know there's a real name for it. Certainly didn't know there's conventions. I'm not quite that much of a junkie. I don't know that I'd ever go to a convention like that. It might be cool to meet some of the actresses and actors in it, maybe. In the comment section, yeah, I didn't see any links. Oh my goodness, kitties! I'm an hour and 31 into this, and what are some of y'all doing here on a Friday night? Are y'all just bums and don't like going out? Like I don't like going out. Links don't show up in the comment section. Oh yeah. Well, they don't show up in my comic. You know what, Dan? I'm glad you brought that up. I've never seen a link in the live comments, and traditionally they've never showed up in my comment section on my, once it gets uploaded to my YouTube channel. But Miss Mary, one of my other mods, she put a link on one of my videos. I don't know, last week sometime. I don't even remember which one it was now. And I got the notification, I get a bunch of I get them all, but I can't get to them all. And I just saw it was her from one of my mods, and I'm like, what the hell? How did you do that? It just magically worked. There was a link, and I clicked on whatever link it was. I don't even remember what it was now, and it worked. I have no idea why it just suddenly out of the blue. Some people, the reason I'm bringing this up, some people, my super trolls, they accuse me of hiding things, like this one drunk spilling the tea is just back at it again today. She just loves putting in there something like, oh, my big surprise, my comment just got deleted within minutes. Caleb doesn't want the truth out there. Like, do you realize how many comments are on my channel? I don't know how many there are. There's a bunch, and I cannot get to them all. They really think that I just stand on guard 24 hours a day. I read every comment. Is anyone going to say anything bad about me? Because if they do, I'm going to go in there and delete it because I don't want anybody knowing. They really think that. For whatever reason, and I've talked about this many times on my channel, comments, for the most part, don't work. You can't post, links don't work in my comment section. And I don't know why. Miss Mary made one work. How she did it, I don't know. Why it worked, I don't know. It's just one of those weird YouTube things. I don't know. Could it be because she's a mod on your channel? Maybe. I'll tell you what, just for the hell of it, I've got the welcome home. I'll just try this. Let's see. Copy. I'll try this. I'll put a link right now. This is a link to one of my own videos, Welcome Home. I just happen to have it open. Let's just see if it works. Y'all see that? Here, I'll star it. It looks like it's working. This is, like I said, comments on uploaded videos or links in the comments of uploaded videos traditionally is not work. Okay, yeah, Dana just put one in there. I know Anon's not a mod. Just see if you can post the link. Maybe mods can do links, but links in comments in the live is different from links in comments of uploaded video. Yeah, Dan, and I see yours. Show. I don't. Okay, on my end, when I click on it, it just pops up here, but I'm going through StreamYard, and all StreamYard's going to do is just highlight the link. I don't have a way to actually click on it. I don't know if y'all can click on it or not. And once I get off of here, once it's on there and you watch the live chat replay, I don't know if me or if anyone else will be able to click on the link. I really don't know. I put a link to show up. Pepe, yep. It must be because we're channel members or mods. It worked. Okay, look, so it did work. You clicked on it and it worked. I'm trying to paste the link and I can't from Pana. I don't know what this. That's interesting. Speaking of members, I'm up. One of Hayden's friends. I'm just gonna share my screen real quick. I'm about to get off, but I meant to bring this up earlier. One of Hayden's friends became a tier 3 member last night in the chat, Mr. Pickles or something like that, and I totally missed it because I was having a moment talking about the 5-year anniversary of Blaine and 23-month anniversary or whatever of me being sober. Share screen there, Home tab. Customization. Is that the one? There it is. See if that shows up for y'all. Yeah, it shows up. Yeah, Pickles 31.420. Yesterday became a level 3 notorious DAD member. And Dannon, that's this person here. And then Dannon is the mod in there. And it doesn't give me what level. And she became one 19 days ago. Tori became a member 20 days ago. Taryn Courtney became one 5 months ago. Shadow Flower 23 months ago and rejoined. Wow, thanks, Shadow Flower. Wild Sage 10 months ago, and Miss Mary, yeah, that's my old buddy, Miss Mary 22 months ago and rejoined 14 months ago. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 members. And for a channel that's got over 500,000 subs, I think that sounds a little low. But I've never pushed it or promoted it. So Tori gave $1. Hey, thanks, man. Tori's one of my members. But dude, I'm telling y'all, if y'all are broke, I do not send me, big money. Please don't. I've said this for years. I don't want anybody choosing between milk money for the kids and sending Caleb Leverett something because they appreciate my stuff or whatever. I do appreciate it, and thank you, Tori. Thank you and everyone. There you go, Dr. Vile. I think that's one of Hayden's friends too. I'm poor at the moment. Exactly. If you're poor, don't send me money. I don't want it because I've been poor. I'm broke as well. And I'm not destitute, but I would have people saying I get paid next week. Like back when we were fundraising, I was trying to get Blaine. People would say I'll get paid next week and then I can get you a little bit of cash. I'm like, no. I don't want you to send me money like that. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and wondering where the milk money is going to come for the kids or the car payment's going to come from, you have no business sending me or anybody for that matter any kind of money. If people want to, Pepe 99-cent super sticker, cool. I mean, yeah, if people want to send me, if you like doing that sort of thing, if you have just loads and loads of cash and you enjoy helping out content creators such as myself, and you want to pitch in and help me out, I'll take that all day long. Thanks, and I really do. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, I wouldn't. Not Don't just send it to me. I wouldn't send it to anybody. You got to take care of yourself first. You have to. It's a must. I'm poor now, but not later. Well, once the bull run, the 2024 crypto bull run kicks in, we're all going to be doing a little bit better. Anon, I don't have the money to do that. Exactly, and I don't. It's a double-edged sword with this. I want to grow my channel because I want to make it my voice bigger, and I would like to see policies change that would suit people like me. And let me take this off. And parents that have been in our situation. At the same time, I have to admit, I kind of what? I mailed you cash for my membership. I don't have a published mailing address, man. Hope you didn't send it to some old address. Where was I going? I just lost my train. What was I talking about? I just hate it when I do that. Like, I hate it when I do that. Yeah, just don't. You got to take care of yourself first. Don't send me. Thanks for the super sticker, and from Tori and Pepe. I do appreciate it, but don't think you. Oh yeah, you don't think you have to become a member. I think it's like $5 a month or something to become the lowest member. If you're setting pretty and this is just something you really want to do to support me, great. But that's why I can do these lives where it's members only. And maybe eventually I'll get there, but at the same time, I know there's a lot of poor people in here that are just broke as I am. I mean, that's part of the reason I've always had a hard time trying to charge people, for coaching or something for my time, is because if people are coming to me for help in my area of expertise, it's because they were where I was those years ago, broke as shit and scared to death. They don't have any money. That's the reason they're trying to get on the internet and find a way to get through this mess that they're getting in. So I can't comment on that. I'm sure you understand. Fine, I'm going through a divorce. Should I leave America because I can, or should I go through court? With that amount of limited information, I would have to have more to make a definite, but yeah. If you can, yeah, I would. And I don't know anything about your situation. If you've rightfully got some assets that you firmly believe are yours and should only be yours, I would highly recommend putting some of that into cryptocurrency and hide it, because courts it's almost impossible to trace it and track it down. There's no such thing as putting a lien on it. It's like a car or a piece of real estate. Real estate's great, got its place, but if going out of the country is something you regularly do anyways, like for business or something like that, if your passport, I'd go ahead and get my passport updated. So they can revoke passports, but that's a lot more of a process, hard to do than just simply not letting you renew it. That's what happened to me. I just wanted to renew mine, and since I was screwed with the AG's office, they wouldn't renew it. Biden can find your crypto. Biden can't find he doesn't even know where he's at. There's no way he can find my crypto or anybody else's. And on Caleb, I was replying to what Pepe was saying, look up. He was saying he sent money to Candace. Oh, I see the super sticker. Oh, I see. Oops, I sent your Xbox. He's just being a turd. He didn't really. But that's okay. Pepe's cool. I'm going to Thailand next month. What in the world are you going to Thailand for? It's beautiful there. XX, how's Parker and your family doing? Parker's great. He's a grown man. Well, I guess An hour 45. I've gone really long today. I guess I might as well try to stay on 2 hours if I want to. And if not, sometimes I like these where you just free for all, just chill and just kind of talk. But I don't have to. When I have people on here and interview, it's really difficult for me because I've got such a one-track mind. I really have to pay attention to what they're saying because I don't want to miss something. Andre Deal, ban me, please. Do you want to be banned? I mean, I can, I guess, if you really want me to. Tori, speaking of going places, watch the YouTube vacation. A YouTube vacation in North Korea. Is that the good Korea or the bad Korea there, Tori? Because I can't ever remember which one's a good Korea and which one's a bad one. Which okay, if you want to get bad, she'll ban you. I'm sure she doesn't mind. Back in action, I've got 2 cards in my name, and they will stay in my name. Oh, good. Don't let anybody take your shit. But your divorce has been over for a long time. That other person, they're just getting started in this nightmare. North is bad. Okay, North bad, South good. That was a joke. I know North Korea. That's run by the Kim family. Right now it's Kim Jong-un. In the olden days when Pepe and Miss Mary and people like that, older people, Edward Back in Black, they were back in action. That when we were kids or younger, it was Kim Jong-il, which was his dad. And if y'all okay, some people don't like Harry Potter, I get it. And we talk about movies. And this might be the one. Have y'all ever seen Team America World Police? Let me know. Team America World Police is created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park. And they made it like 2003 or 4, not too far after 9/11. And it is the funniest damn movie ever. And they make fun of North Korea, Kim Jong-il. The younger people, they might not get some of the references, like they're making fun of Hans Blitz, and they use Kim Jong-il's name or the way they make fun of how he talks. They call him Hans Bricks, not instead of Hans Blitz. Fuck you, Hans Bricks. Somebody asked me something. Yeah, obviously Tori's seen it. Durka Bahaba Jihad. Never heard of it. Dannon, I think you're probably a little bit younger than me, but I know you're not just a kid. Look it up. Team America World Police. It is over-the-top satire. It is so funny that a lot of really hardcore statist people love it and they don't even realize that the people they're making fun of is them. The people who love America policing the world, that's who they're making fun of. They support the movie because they think it's funny, and they don't even realize who they're mocking. Oh, it is absolutely amazing. It's made with marionette dolls. Yeah, I know, but just go with me on this. These guys they're hilarious. They're all marionette dolls, and there's even a sex scene. And it is just amazingly, epically funny. So, today's Friday. Yeah, we'll just do that. Y'all watch that this weekend. If you can find it somewhere, it shouldn't be that hard to find. Watch Team America World Police. I'm just going to put it in the comments. So it'll be show up there. Team America World Policia. There we go. Look up Team America World Police and watch it. And brace yourself. I raised my kids on that shit. It's rated R shit. And I've been showing my kids since they're all little. And that's just how I was honest with my kids. There's this saying in there. I used to always make fun of it with the kids. I'd say, "Yes, Gary." And they didn't know what I was talking about. And then I showed them, they're young, and I let them watch Team America World Police. And to this very day, Parker even still occasionally uses that phrase. Yes, Gary. I won't ruin it for you, but if you hadn't seen it by next week, I'm gonna start giving some spoilers because it is amazingly funny. How do I get a ban? Be a dick. You can be a dick and get Matt. Dan will be happy to ban you if that's really what you want. Oh no, forgot message to put. Don't know what that means. Okay, well, yeah, you know exactly. You're definitely old enough to remember it. It came out in 03. That's 03 or 04. It's almost 20 years old. Please do, Miss Dan, please do. It is amazingly funny. It's perverted as hell, but it's just, if you like South Park, it's that type of, just off the wall, exaggerated, hilarious, funny. Mimisu Live, are you cool with your son's mom now? I can't talk about that. XX, pretend I wrote this in the super chat. React to Eminem, not alike. Okay. I don't know if I'll react to it. I'll watch it and talk about it. Again, that's why I like this display here, because I do go back and watch these, and sometimes I'll look them up. There's someone else wanting me to watch. Who was that? Ryan or Mazen? Wanting me to look at an Eminem song. Do you think America is emasculating men? Yep. J Jig, fuck you all. Okay, yeah, we can ban you if you want to. Mazen is laughing. See, Anon, I'll give the movie a try only because you suggested it. Okay, this isn't something you watch to get motivated, go out and do great things. This is strictly a movie for sheer entertainment, making fun of. They make fun of a lot of celebrities, and Matt Damon is one of them. They make fun of him. They make fun of Alec Baldwin. They make fun of Alec Baldwin, Susan Sarandon, what's her name? Liv Tyler. They make fun of all these actors and actresses, and I won't spoil it. Now there's no seasons, Hannah. It's a one-time movie, like 2 hours long or so. XX sent you a super chat, but forgot to tell you. XX sent you a super chat, but forgot to tell you to. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Forgive me for not. Sometimes I don't understand shorthand. The person, the username, XX sent me a super chat. Okay, I'm sorry, XX. Forgive me. Oh, okay. You just sent it today, a 99¢. Oh, okay. Okay, well, XX, thank you, and I will look at. I had it up there. I know it was an Eminem song. I'm trying to see where it was. Yes, correct. Pepe's right. It's a movie, not a series. And typically, I like series better, but in that case, that was really before TV movie series really took over the way they've taken over now. Is like I said, it's almost 20 years old, but it is hilarious. Ryan, what is the best state, to the best of your knowledge, to get married in? I'm the worst person in the world to ask for marriage advice. I don't know. I've only ever been married in Texas. I wouldn't do it in Texas, I'll tell you that much. Sure as hell wouldn't have kids in Texas. Sure as double hell wouldn't have get a divorce in Texas. Good God Almighty. Yes. Don't give it away. Tori, don't give it away. He's giving you little nuggets. The Screen Actors Guild. They call it something else, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to ruin it. Maslin, you should watch From. I remember you telling me that. You'll love it, I promise. Even though my promises aren't guaranteed, watch the trailer first. It's such a good show, trust me. Okay. I remember you telling me to watch From. I'll definitely look it up. Back in action. I haven't verbally talked to my ex-wife in 3 years, and life couldn't be better. Hell yeah. Amen. Don't talk to your exes. If you're ever in hell like that and going through hell, just don't do it. Take it from someone who knows better. I still talk to some of my ex-girlfriends, but we didn't have kids together. I even talked to my second, well, I don't talk to her, but if I ever see my second ex-wife in the street or either of her parents, I'll just hug her neck. Because I mean, that's totally different. But when you had a high conflict divorce and it was just hell and they really, really, really maliciously came after you, don't ever talk to them. Ever. Walk away. They'll be like, it's okay. All right, cool, thanks. Sorry about that. David says, Anon, you should search female masking on YouTube. Are you being snarky? Pepe, don't get married, Ryan. Read The Rational Male and watch Divorce Corp first. Yes, Divorce Corp. That is an actual documentary. Like he's not being facetious. He's being serious. There's an actual documentary. I've met a couple. I know or don't know them, but I've met a few people that are in the documentary. Watch Divorce Corp. It is called, and they call it that as a play on words. Instead of divorce court, it's Divorce Corp, as in corporation, because that's exactly what it is. It's a $60 billion a year corporation designed to fleece people. And I never thought about visiting Music City, Caleb. Is that Nashville? Weird you say Music City. Where I'm from, Odessa, Texas, they've got a mall there. And the same guy that owns the mall owns Roses. And it's called he named it the Music City Mall. It's kind of corny as hell, but he did it. But he's a billionaire. So I guess, he can do stuff like that. He owns all the Roses and all the Taco Villas and a bunch of the hotels. He bought the old Hilton. He bought one of the old original Holiday Inns and named them Music City Fun Dome and Music City Mall. No, I have. Oh, yeah, Nashville. I've never been to Nashville. I never have. I might have driven through it about 10 years ago on my way to New York, but I didn't pay attention. I didn't stop anywhere. I know some people in Nashville, and I'd love to see Nashville. I hear it's just a really, really cool place. Tentatively on my list, if I can't get my passport anytime soon, is if I can save up my pennies by the spring of next year. I plan on getting some kind of smaller, not quite so big as the Falcon was, a smaller motorhome type deal, taking all my broadcast equipment and start traveling. And Nashville would definitely be on the list of places to go. As an off topic, I got rejected by this one girl the other day. I feel like shit. There's a dime a dozen, dude. Chicks are a dime a dozen, even pretty ones, dime a dozen. Don't ever think that that's the last one that'll ever love you. The last one you'll ever have a chance. That's horse crap. Same for dudes. Women, if a dude dumps you, fucking just get over that shit. I wouldn't sweat that at all. And then come over here and I can give you a tour. Come over here. Okay, so you live in Nashville. Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me that's where your mother left Nashville or Tennessee to go to Florida. Okay. If I ever do a tour like that, yeah, I'll absolutely give you a shout. No, he's not hitting on me, dude. She called in yesterday. She's way too young, anyways. He's like Parker's age. That'd be gross. Hannah Giota, as if I didn't know girls are everywhere. Yeah, and there's nice ones too. There's some bitches everywhere, but there's also some nice ones. I don't have very good luck finding them, but I don't even try anymore. No, she's not. All right, kiddies. I've made it to the 2-hour mark and still have a voice, weirdly enough. Yes, no, she's not. I promise. No. Yeah, that's kind of don't be a turd, Pepe. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, kids. It's I made it to 2 hours. I don't normally go this long, but it was fun. Enjoyed it. I will see y'all on Monday. Check out Team America War Police. If you're still in here, before you leave, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If Dan blocked you and you hate me, if you would give me a thumbs down, still helps the algorithms. I still win. So anyway, if you enjoyed any of my content over the years or any of my lives, if anything that resonates, if you know somebody that goes through the crap that I've gone through and you think they might get something out of us, if you wouldn't mind sending them whichever video you think might resonate with your friend or family. I am going to start pushing my members more. Thanks to Pepe and Double X and Tori and a few others that chipped in the super stickers. I do appreciate it. I really do. I will see y'all on Monday, and y'all go watch Team America World Police, and we'll have a big old shindig next week about it. Talk about it. All right. Y'all take care. Consider not hitting your cheerings.